Are you too spiritual? That's the question. Are you too spiritual? Looking, seeing, observing, you can see the poison of the New Age religions and spiritual groups and how they have poisoned the minds of the masses. What do I mean by they've poisoned the mind? In this sense, I'm not speaking of poison to overcome the programming, such as Samael and those darker forces and the dark elixir that you partake in. I'm speaking about the poison of the New Age, super conscious, spiritual groups. When I mean, are you too spiritual? I'm asking, have you forsaken your life to be an extremist on a spiritual path? This means, are you going up to hoping to go up to the Himalayan mountains, sit in a lotus position, and meditate your life away? Are you seeking to join a monastery or a temple, a Buddhist temple, to meditate your life away? See, people don't understand meditation is good. It's very profound on your path. But then there is the extremists who all they do is meditate and forget to live life. Thus, their physical world is in chaos. Their physical world is in shambles. They're broke. They don't have a pot to piss in. They're living in their grandma's basement. They don't have a life. So they justify their actions by saying the physical world doesn't matter. Yes, it does. You're in the physical, so you must master the physical as well as the spiritual. People go straight Spookville and they are totally inundated in spiritual practices, that they forget to live the life that they're presently in. You're in the physical body for a reason. To master yourself, to master the physical world. And to do that, you don't ignore it. You don't run from it. You don't hide from it. You embrace the physical world. You learn through the physical world. The left-hand path believes in indulgence with restraint. We indulge in this world, but we know how to restrain ourselves from becoming too extreme, too flooded in our extremeness. So what we do is we learn to master the self, so we know how far we can go before we lose ourselves. We challenge ourselves to go as far as possible, to break borders, boundaries, and limitations within the physical world. Not seeking some spiritual salvation, merging with allness, oneness, God, Allah, Yahweh, Jehovah, Ahura Mazda, and everything else. But becoming an individual, separating yourself from the collective, separating yourself from the ignorance of this world. Meaning the ignorance that you must submerge yourself in spirituality and forget to live a life. If you love sports and you start a spiritual journey, you should not forsaken your passions. That you love sports, you love football, you love baseball, you love basketball, you love hockey, you love soccer or football. You love all of that. You should not forsaken it just because you want to be spiritual. If you love music and dancing, you should not forsake it just because you want to be spiritual. If anything, you should learn like the Agora of India, that in the taboo, you'll find the divine. In the taboo is the sacred. So you partake in the taboo of society by challenging yourself to overcome your borders, boundaries, limitations. And in that process, you will find the sacred, the divine, as they say. But people have a problem with foregoing everything just so that they can be spiritual. How do I know? Well, for years when I was a Nawapian, I did the same thing. I sacrificed everything just for the sake of a phony, fake mission. For years, I forgot about myself. I was a dancer. I mean, I was passionate about dancing. I remember as soon as I hit 18, I made sure that every other weekend I was in New York City at the clubs dancing to house music. Whether it was Roseland, whether it was Studio 54, Red Zone, The Circle, Shelter, Mars, The Tunnel, so on and so forth. Sound Factory Bar. That was my passion. I would dance and be more spiritually connected, at times more spiritually connected than some of this fake new age bullcrap that they feed people. That was my passion. If your passion is dancing, embrace it, love it. And through dancing, you will find that gateway to your subconscious and unconscious mind, your abyss. You will find the answers. As a matter of fact, in some of the upcoming rituals, dance will be a part of it. Because dance creates an altered state of consciousness. In Africa, Latin America, that has African-derived music, and even here in the United States, music that is derived from African rhythms has the power and potential to put you in a trance. Alter your state of consciousness, put you in a trance. And the music, the drum, the rhythm of the drum is centered on your root chakra and your sacral chakra. Why? Because the ancients knew that you could raise the Kundalini by focusing sounds, frequencies in that area, and it would stimulate the black and red serpent to awaken. Samael and Lilith, Shiva and Shakti. It would awaken the coiled serpent and begin the journey of rising up the chakras till you reach the crown and the serpents merge as one and spread their wings and become the power of the dragon. But even then, are you too spiritual? Because chakras can be your freedom, but they can also be your enslavement. Some people get so absorbed with mastering their chakras, they forget to live life. And thus they become slaves to being chakra gurus, and everything is a chakra guru, and everything is, oh, the reason why you're like this is because your root chakra is blocked. Or the reason, like, yeah, okay, that has a basis in truth. But at the same time, if I forget to live life and enjoy my passions, then those things become bigger blockages. Dance, 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 and to free yourself. That's my motto. Dance, dance, dance to free yourself if you're a dancer. If you're an athlete, train, train, train to free yourself. But do not limit yourself based upon this new age spiritual bullshit. And this is what it means to be spiritual. They even defined what would classify as a spiritual master. Who in their right mind sits there and says these are the characteristics of what defines a spiritual master? You really can't define a spiritual master, because they would come in many shapes, forms, and fashions that would be baffling to some, because they are judging them by these characteristics that have been laid out by this new age spiritual bullcrap. In a world today where everything is set and directed towards your enslavement mentally, physically, and spiritually, now is the time to be on the adversarial path. Now is the time to understand what the Aghori meant by within the taboo is the sacred. Understand, you must dig for those things you consider taboo, and you must find a way to engage in those things that are considered taboo, legally, respectfully. And through there, you will wake up to deeper understanding of yourself. Not on this fluffy journey. Not on this overzealous spiritual bullcrap. Because all those are limiting. The only path that can really free you is the path you choose to walk, that you invest in, that you're passionate about, that pushes you to go beyond your borders, boundaries, and limitations. So, yes, many people are too spiritual. They don't enjoy life anymore. Everything is about rituals. Everything is about meditation. Everything is about the chakras. Everything is about doing mantras. Listen, let me explain to you what I mean too. In my perspective, I just said I love dancing. Hip hop was and still is my baby. Meaning that's what birthed many of my characteristics today. I've been a hip hopper since I was a little kid. Remember hearing hip hop at an early age. And then in about 86, 87, 88, I would say 87, 88, deep house music became my thing. I was an athlete. Baseball. I was a great pitcher. I let go of a lot of those things, pursuing a spiritual path of extremism. So, if you ask me, what am I passionate about? Listen, I love baseball. I'm a New York Yankee fan. I rock my New York Yankee hats like there's no tomorrow. I have a closet full of nothing but baseball caps. Mostly New York Yankees, New York Giants, New York Rangers, some Orlando Magic, some Hartford Yard Goats, which is a minor league team in Hartford, Connecticut. That's what you'll find in my closet mostly. Buku hats. I'm a hat collector. I love hats. I love sneakers. See, if you wait for the spiritual collective communities to look at you, they're going to define you as, oh, you're too physical. You can't partake in those things. You can't buy sneakers. You can't look good. Fuck you. That's some stupid spiritual overzealous bullshit. On this path, look, we love to look good. We love to feel good. We love to express ourselves physically and spiritually. Ain't nothing gonna ever change that within me. None of your conscious community bullshit. None of you extreme right-hand path occultists. Suck a fat one. It's not gonna happen. I'm a spiritual and I'm physical. And I love it 100%. I love video games. I love playing Star Wars, The Old Republic. I have Xbox One and I'm ready for Xbox One Series X to come out. I love Halo, Call of Duty, Diablo, Dark Souls. I love Shadow of Mordor, Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor. I love these games. I'm passionate about it because I'm not going to spend 100 hours or every day and night overwhelming myself with spiritual concepts, occult concepts, and things of that nature that when you really understand it, if you study and apply it and practice it, it's already in your subconscious mind. I don't have to keep hitting home, repeating the same concepts, reading 20 different books that are going to repeat the same concepts. I have to put it into play, put it into action, practice, and you will have it deeply embedded in your subconscious mind. So when you need to retrieve it, it's there. People live a life, love a life. If you're an artist, express your artistic nature. I have artists that I have put on Patreon promoting their page, like the Nina Effect. Beautiful sister with great art. She walks the left-hand path. Support her. She's on Instagram. All right? The brother, the Beast of the Laboratory on Instagram. That nigga's a two-ball cane. He's a master craftsman. Okay? He's a master craftsman. He lives his passion. He walks deep into demonic pathways, and he knows how to express it into the physical world by his artistic passion. He's not going to compartmentalize it. He's not going to separate it. Oh, this is too physical. Fuck that. This is all one thing. You got to learn how to integrate these things and express it and live it. You have the sister Shemaine Dance. She's a beautiful sister who expresses herself through dance. She is expressing her spiritual essence through her dance. We have some brothers who can produce hip-hop beats. Coalfield Blue. Nice beats. Lord Jamal representing with creativity, with redoing and re-editing videos. But y'all got to get with the program, y'all. And stop being so overly spiritual. If when you too overly spiritual, you end up with a broke mindset. Because you are so spiritual, you forget to do and master the physical. When you integrate, prosperity and abundance is yours naturally because you are mastering the self and overcoming those blockages and obstacles. So people, here's homework for y'all who really want to walk this path and are serious about the left-hand path. Find your passion. If you know it already, write about it. Make a video about it. And let's talk about it on Patreon. Live your passions, y'all. Die-hard Yankee fan. That's me. Football season starts today. I gotta wait till tomorrow because my Giants don't play till tomorrow. I'm all in that game. I'm watching that game from beginning to end. That's my passion. Y'all gonna tell me, oh, you so brainwashed by American, you so brainwashed by the white man. Fuck you. Fuck your stupidity. That's my passion. I love the shit. Fuck all this goddamn pro-extreme bullshit. Okay? That's my passion. I'ma love it and I'ma live it. Period. I got Giants shirts, Giants hats, and I'm going to rock it during football season. You don't like it? Don't deal with me. Don't talk to me. Just keep it moving. All right? I did the extreme thing, and I saw where it took me. Nowhere but broke hood. Now I'm integrating. Where is it taking me? Success. In both levels. Both realms. Spiritual and the physical. Yes, I'm a hockey fan. A Boricua, a Puerto Rican brother is a hockey fan. Yes, that's me. I love the New York Rangers. Got my hats, got my shirts. A basketball fan. Love my Knicks, but right now I'm riding with the Magic. I've lived here going on 20 years now. So the Magic became my home team. Ain't no shame in that, because the only constant is change. I ain't worried about that. But let's ride, y'all. Let's start expressing our passions. Let's express our passions on Patreon. Show me more of what y'all passions are for those who are memberships on Patreon. Yo, stop holding yourself within a cage of this conscious community bullcrap and what they created to what it means to be spiritual. No. Stop putting yourself in a cage or a box of what the New Age spiritual community thinks is spiritual. Or what the Wiccans think is spiritual. Fuck that. We left-hand path. We adversary. Walk it. Love it with passion. Be that shit. Be that master, motherfuckers. Be that shit. Don't hold back. Because people want you to be a certain way, or you don't fit a nice little group, or nice little characteristics, or principles that they set out. Who's they anyways? I create my own path. Within the left-hand path, that's your goal, is to make your own path against the bullshit of society, against the programming. Work it, people. Let's walk this. All right, infernal blessings, y'all.